Today we'll go and see about the Laravel 6 and the installation and to prepare our homestead for our Laravel development. If you go to the Laravel documentation site over here, and which is laravel.com/doc/6, the version code and the installation on the top over here you can see, and it's mentioned that the installation, you can see the installation, that the Laravel framework has a very few system requirement, and all of these requirements are satisfied by a Laravel Homestead virtual machine. So it's highly recommended that you make use of Homestead for your Laravel development environment. So it's always recommended and highly recommended by a Laravel project over here to make use of a Laravel Homestead. And today we'll be going and see how to install and configure our Homestead virtual machine over here. And however, you can also use Homestead. If you are not using Homestead, you will need to make sure you have a server meet requirement of the following. So if we are not using a Homestead, we have to make sure that all of these are installed and configured in our server. And we also have to make use of a composer, and basically we can also make use of like others open source environment like a jam or a lamp. So they are also supported for our Laravel environment, but we have to make use of install different things. And also here they have mentioned that what are the system requirements. So let's go to our Laravel Homestead and see how to configure our Laravel development environment. On the Homestead documentation side over here, and let's go to the instruction, and let's go over here and check what it does. It's a Laravel strat to make the either PHP development environment experience delightful, including your local deployment environment with a Vagrant. Provide a simple, elegant way to make and provision a virtual machine. So let's go and see what are the requirements. So in the software included in our Homestead environment, you can see the Ubuntu Git. All of these are already pre-installed for us. So this is really good, and we don't have to configure or install by ourselves. So by default, it's already included in our Homestead environment. And optional software that we can make use of. So let's go to the installation and setup steps over here. The first of all, that make sure we have before launching your Homestead environment, we have to install a VirtualBox 6 or a VMware or Parallel or a Hyper-V. So we'll be making use of our VirtualBox for this one, and as well as we have to install a Vagrant over here. So just let us go to our download for our VirtualBox first. So you can just go to the virtualbox.org and wiki and download. So if you are using the OS platform, I'll be using a Windows host, and I have already downloaded over here. So if we go to the download folder, I have downloaded the VirtualBox. And the second thing that we need is a Vagrant. So let's go to the Vagrant side over here, and this is the site that we can make use of to download. So you can choose a Windows version or depending on your OS version. So I'll be using on the Windows version. So if you are on 32-bit, you download a 32-bit, and if you are on 64-bit, you can download a 64-bit over here. And the next, also we need a Git. So you can just go to this website, which is an git-scm.com, download it. We can download depending on your Windows version, whether you are on 64-bit, 32-bit, or whether you are on a Linux or Mac. So depending on your OS, you can always download from here. So these are the basic software that we need to install before we can go and configure our Laravel Homestead, because it says mentioned that before launching your Homestead environment, you must have installed VirtualBox and the Vagrant. So that's it. So let's go and install all of them first. So let me install the VirtualBox first, and then Vagrant and the Git. So let us start. The installation is quite simple. You just click on next, and next you don't have to change anything. Just click next, 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 and install it. Installation will take a bit time. So after this is done, then let's go to our Vagrant over here, and let us install this. So just double click on this one, and let's make sure that the Oracle VM VirtualBox has been successfully installed before we proceed to our Vagrant install. So that's it. Okay, so let's finish and let's move to our Vagrant install. click next, accept. So just make sure everything will keep as default, and just click on next, and just install it. So just after of this background has been finished, then we need to restart our machine. So make sure after the installation has complete, you reboot your machine. So let's wait for this one, and let's also install a git over here. Just click on this one. If you don't want to install, and if you want to make use of your command prompt, and that's also fine. Fine, but I'll be making use of a git bash. So let me install this one also. So let me see the installation for the previous one. Let us finish this installation first, then I will be installing a git. So the background installation has been completed, so we'll click on finish. This it's asking us to restart, so we'll say we'll start later, and let me install the git first. Just click on next, and I'll just click on install on desktop additional icon. Just click on next, and use a Vim. Okay, that's fine. And git from command prompt also, and the third party software. Okay, then that's fine. And okay, that's just leave everything as a default, and use a mini ty. Okay, that's fine. So enable. Okay, leave as all of the default, and just click on install. So it may take a bit time, just maybe a few seconds to install this one. Then we'll go and restart our system, and we'll continue further. So after the installation has been done everything, then we need to go and start from here. So let's wait for this one to complete. Let's finish this one, and I'll just uncheck this one, and let me close all of the browser, open browser, and I will just click on restart. So let's wait for device to reboot. So just click on yes,